Welcome to the third Digital Skills 5-minute webinar for apprenticeship standards. This one looks at the summative portfolio and its requirements. This diagram shows what should be taking place before and after Gateway, as well as showing the key elements that will need to be submitted for review during the endpoint assessment. The summative portfolio should only be the best work of the apprentice and should cover all outcomes of the standard as required by the assessment plan. As you will be aware, apprenticeship standards are graded, and so keeping the evidence in the portfolio clear and just the best will help the independent assessor see how good apprentice is at their job. Certificates from the knowledge modules are not sufficient to show they have covered the knowledge outcomes of the standard. They need to demonstrate that they have applied the knowledge and demonstrate how this has helped them make particular decisions. For example, they might say, on my CCNA course, I learnt that there were certain things that you could do to install a network. So for this client, the best network solution was whatever, because, and the reasons why. They do not have to reproduce the whole of the syllabus for any given program that they have been on. It is really the applying of that knowledge to what they do. This then allows the evidence that follows to be seen in context. It could be a reflective account of what they did, what went wrong, and also whether or not they would do the same thing again in a similar situation. Evidence can come from all sorts of activities and should include a range of products and artifacts. Whatever evidence you asked apprentices to get in an apprenticeship framework are equally valid here, including observations. Clearly, having learnt something, their best work is liable to come toward the end of the on-program learning period. But make sure they have been collecting evidence from day one, as you do not want gaps when it comes to them putting together their summative portfolio submission. And they may well have covered something in the beginning of their on-program activities that they don't later actually have an opportunity to do. While it is expected that most evidence will come from naturally occurring actions, some simulation may be required in certain circumstances, but keep this to a minimum. Where security issues are a concern, let us know as early as possible, so we can plan for not being able to see everything an apprentice does and areas where we may not be able to ask questions. The declaration of authenticity must be signed by the apprentice and you. We do not need every page signed, but each overall report that's submitted should be signed by the apprentice. The summative portfolio can be taken into the interview. It is not a test of memory and is part of the basis for the discussion during the interview. Other material may also be taken in, but it should be kept separate from the summative work. City and Guilds is here to support you, and here you will see contact information as well as links to a number of documents that will help you understand the rules around apprenticeship standards delivery. Thank you for viewing this recording.